Sup Players, and welcome back to another video on this channel. Today we take a look at round number 3 from the Danish Nationals of 2025. So without further ado, let's get straight into this video. You already know what decks ended up playing because of the title and the thumbnail. And again, big shout out to Legis on YouTube here. He's a champ for actually getting all of these, what can you call it, videos out. You can also watch the videos on his channel. So yeah. But without further ado, let's see what these start out with. So we start off here with the Ice Ryzeal that summons out the Star Ryzeal. And yeah, he sets Ryzeal cross. Now Ryzeal apparently have the newer way to get to cross earlier instead of going into duo drive. And potentially get negated by a hand trap. So yeah. And then we have Bonfire as well. That's actually funny to think about, because I always have the what can you call it? The I believe it's called philosophy. Yeah, you can call it that. I always have that kind of philosophy about that. The more one-offs that you play, the better are the chances that you will actually draw them. So yeah, that is just my opinion, and that's why I play. In some decks, I actually play up to 3 to 4 to 5 non-engine. So yeah. But yeah, right now Ryzeal is just eating. I see that you're just eating some cereals right now. That's also an what's it called, a joke that I've been making about the deck, because well, it is kind of in their name. But yeah, I think I will find my way out no matter what. But yeah, it's actually interesting to see what the player left here will do about this situation, because oh, and we also play the Mitsurugi, which I will say it does make sense to, begin on the Mitsurugi stuff after you have set off your Ryzeal board basically. However, he hasn't ended on a dual drive detonator yet, but still, it's still funny to think about that. What's it called? This is basically one of the best decks, if not the best deck in the entire format, because I don't know the difference right now between Malice and Mitsurugi Ryzeal, because I know also, and I also talked a little bit about it with Legis. Of course, I don't know how his opinion has changed after Mitsurugi landed with their new support, plus Ryzeal got their new support. But we talked a little bit about it actually. Funny story that we talked about that he feels like that the Mitsurugi cards basically just is a little bit too bricky, and I will say I will say I can't agree more. I haven't been playing the Mitsurugi cards ever in Ryzeal, so I can't stand with my opinion, but I know that he can because he have played them. Not with the new support, I don't know if he have done that yet. I know you've played Malice with the new support at some of our locals. But yeah. And I will say I'm not sitting here and saying that Ryzeal Mitsurugi is a bricky deck, because obviously it's a really great deck. Like, some of my good friends that I know got in top 4 at this event with the Mitsurugi Ryzeal deck, and basically I can spoil it now, because they have actually put a video up on their channel on Team Paradigm. I will be putting a link down below in the description as well on this video to their channel, so you can watch them. They make awesome content most of the times whenever we have bigger events in Denmark. So yeah, and sometimes they do make a couple of deck profiles and also pack openings, but still they deserve a shout out, because they're kind of the people that I have got my intros from. They are basically the ones that came up with it. what I know, but yeah, because it is just a really great intro to have. Like, I know that in most different videos, and I'm not talking about the match at all. Apparently, I will be going back to the match, guys, but I apologize for that. I know it's on me, but yeah, basically the I just feel like that the line Sup Players is, I feel like that it's such a great line to just say to start out a video, especially Yu-Gi-Oh. Basically any card type relate or card game related videos. But yeah. Anyways, back to the match. So right now, as we can see, the Mitsurugi is just taking over the what's it called, the field right now, and now we apparently overlay them into what, detonator. That's actually crazy. Oh, we got Dugaris here, which gives the Mitsurugi player more advantage to go to draw two cards. Yeah, I actually think that our player on the left doesn't have drawn any hand traps. And the new Ryzeal goes to the graveyard because of the Garrus's effect. And now we will be, what, overlaying into Eclipse Twins. Okay, yeah, that's definitely something. And then we special summon Note Ryzeal here. And Sword Ryzeal will enter the field. And yeah. Now I feel like that they're going into Detonator right here. And because they also have the Eclipse Twins in the graveyard right now, they can attach him as material. Or maybe. Okay, so the Summon King of Feral Imps and then Eclipse Twins will resolve. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, I actually believe it's a can effect, so you can decide to, yeah. Alright, so he now, and now I feel like that he points out that Eclipse Twins has to maybe, attach to the monster that he summons in some sort of way with the Eclipse Twins. I don't know how the ruling works because it's so. I'm not playing often against Ryzeal, so yeah. I'm just lucky, I guess. But then I have to face other stupid rogue strategies at my locals, but yeah. I'm a rogue player myself, so I can't really, complain about it. But yeah, this is actually a pretty strong board, so right now, as I can see, of course, we do have the Rise of the Cross here. I can just remove an Exceeds material from Duo Drive to negate a monster effect on resolution. We do have a negate in the Amino. And then we have 3 pops with Detonator. Plus, I believe that Eclipse Twin can basically just summon back Detonator if he decides to pop Detonator and attach itself. So it's another pop. Which is crazy. That's actually really crazy to think about. But yeah. And then we do have the Bellstar here, it looks like. Yeah. Searched by the Wanted. And then this card is to summon Bellstar. What is that trap card? I don't recognize it. Huh. Interesting. I don't know, guys. Can some of you in the comments talk about what card it is? Because I cannot recognize the card at all. And then I believe that they declared the Bellstar effect here to set a Sinful Spoils card. We know that they have the negate in Amino, the Mitsurugi ritual. They also have an Imperm, I see. That's crazy. And now is the trap triggering to what summon search? I actually don't know what this trap is. Can I kind of get a peek in their deck what they're playing? What is that? Is that one of the sinful spot cards? I don't know. I cannot see at all, guys, what that card is. Okay, it looks like it kind of looks like that they also have some white forest included in that hand. So maybe it's a white forest card, and they also got trolled, by the way. So yeah, yeah, they do have a white forest card monster in their hand, so it is basically a normal summon. But then again, what can they really do about this situation specifically? Because the play on the right still do have a couple of pops in Detonator, plus they can negate the monster effect on resolution with Cross by detaching a material. They still have a negate in their Mitsurugi ritual, and that's game basically. So yeah, he activated a effect, and Ryzeal Detonator popped. I believe he popped the Bellstar here. So yeah, again, I don't know about the left player's deck. It looks like that there were some White Forest included, so I don't know if he plays the White Forest as a Mina. Maybe it would make sense. It is a pretty strong deck still, but against a couple of negates plus 2 to 3 pops, then it doesn't do that much. So yeah, that were basically game one in this round three. Who will come out on top? We won't find out until we basically, yeah, see who gets the win in round two. But yeah, um, basically about this game, I will say everything were in the favor of the player right's turn. He didn't have to face any, hand traps or interruptions from the left player. So then again, I kind of feel like that is one of the bigger reasons that he also won the duel really quickly, basically, fairly quickly. And to be fair, again, sometimes you don't open any interruptions but only engine. So that's basically it. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what the next game here will give us. I actually don't know if I cannot remember the politics about shuffling decks, but I cannot remember if you're actually allowed to still do it at nationals. I believe that you're not allowed to do it at world tournaments and stuff like that. And YCSs, I actually believe that you're not allowed to pile shuffle, but I cannot remember the politics about that. Basically, either I do it, and if some people tells me you're not allowed to do that, okay, fine. Then I just makes the normal kind of card shuffle. So yeah, he makes a little puzzle. I see. He's dedicated to pile shuffle. He makes it more interesting than the other guy. I would say it's funny to think about because he did cut his opponent's deck and then he began to pile shuffle. So that's a little bit funny to think about. Or did he cut? It did look like that he cut his player left's deck. So yeah. Okay, he didn't. Maybe he just I don't know. Maybe he did. I don't know. Doesn't matter. It depends a lot on the outcome and yeah, good sportsmanship. Have a good game. So basically the player left here will start the game off, I believe. Summoning out El setup by discarding a card, I believe. Moving closer to the monster zone, I see. So yeah, that's something. So unsummon search is one White Forest card. So yeah, I cannot actually remember what does White Forest actually end on. Like I know that they do have their big level. Is it level 8 or level 10 synchro? But then again, it if it doesn't end on anything useful, then it's basically not the best thing. But yeah, we won't know until we see the outcome of the duel. Getting trolled again, I see. Hold on, is there some Fiendsmith included as well? That's actually crazy that you actually have space for that. So damn, I thought it were White Forest as a Mina. Now it's White Forest Fiendsmith apparently. Also with a sinful spoiler engine, but then again, I feel like that it's a big. I feel like it's just a big, you know, world that all of the Asamina, the White Force, the Sinful Spoils, the Snake Eyes, the um yeah, just the Diabell Stars in general. The illusion archetype, I believe. That is basically just or not illusion. Some of them are illusions, but yeah. So yeah, okay, so he summons that, negates. So we got a draw or what? Because of course the episodes ends here, so yeah. I don't know if it were a draw, guys. I'm pretty confused here, but yeah. That were everything that was everything of this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time. That was kind of weird, but yeah. Still, I don't know what they ended in. Maybe they just said okay, GG, but yeah. Peace.